Here's a visual inventory of Tactical Support-1. This is a 1-ton former Type 6 brush fire engine that we've converted to special service for technical large animal rescue. This is cabinet number 1. We have 2 rescue-rated life vests plus a throw bag. We can carry up to 2 80 cubic foot scuba tanks that we use to power air tools with. You can see there's tire chocks over here. I've got some floating rope, and we have a couple of safety harnesses with tag lines. In cabinet number 2, on the top shelf, we have, well, a little extra motor oil just in case, a manual pump for pumping out horse troughs or other small vessels that have water in them, a pair of safety gloves, some prussics, 6-volt flashlight lantern, a big wrecking bar. Also have a little flag on a stick that we can use for flagging horses or traffic. Some discharge hose for the pump. The other part of the cabinet is for personal gear. We can store the radio box in there when we go out on runs and so forth. In cabinet number 3 on the top shelf, we have a rope bag. It's 1/2 inch with all the accessories. We have a spare helmet. We have a spare brush jacket. Down below, we have 4 lengths of garden hose to run the jetting wands. We have in the back some 1.5 inch forestry line, and there's a little bag that's got a 9mm utility rope with a couple of carabiners for securing small objects or managing the drafting hose. In cabinet number 4, on the bottom shelf, we have fence repair supplies in case we have highway fencing damaged or some range fencing that needs fixing. The toolbox has small tools and supplies for fixing the fences. The roll of wire is barbless. Behind it is a yellow strap. We carry a couple of buckets in case we need to carry water. On the top shelf, there's a red box that has fittings and accessories for the air systems for running the jetting wands or an Repurposing needle. There's some staples, a couple of tools, caution tape, some pink flagging tape, and some duct tape. In cabinet number 5, we have a whole variety of equipment. We have a fence wire stretcher, we have a T-post pounder, we have a sledgehammer, we have a cable puller, we carry a tarp, a couple of prying tools. Down below we have a fire shovel, we have a splitting maul. There's actually a set of pruning shears in case we get into some brush. There are 2 lengths of 30-foot recovery straps. There's a T-post puller, and then we have a couple of little accessories, some shop towels and some small rope for tying stuff back. In cabinet number 6, in the top shelf, we have what I call our engineer shelf. We have all kinds of hose fittings, nozzles, things like that, for adapting to supplying water or taking water, supplying the jetting wands, and also for defensive purposes if we're in a situation where we have to protect the rig and ourselves. We're not out there to go firefighting, but we can get in hazardous situations. Down below is a filler line with a hydrant, spanner wrench, and a couple of 1.5 inch discharge lines. Looking at the unit from the rear, you can see that we have a 300-gallon poly tank with a hose reel on top and a watchless fire pump. There are different hose connections so that we can either supply water-powered rescue tools, or we can provide clean water at shelters for portable tanks that we put out, or even on private properties if the power fails and everybody's wells shut down. In the bed, we have 4 jetting wands for mud rescues. There's a 2.5 inch intake for supply off of another fire engine or fire hydrant. Double gated Y for discharge, along with a 1 inch discharge for the jetting wand hoses. And also we carry a catch pole that has a sort of an abandoned old vest tied to the end of it that we can use. We don't chase horses with it, but we can use it to discourage horses from going past our stop point. And up top we have a channel where we keep spare T-posts for highway maintenance repair, and a boat hook which has a pike pole style tip on it. On the top of the tank we have some traffic cones, an accomplice needle, a roll of construction netting, which some people call snow fencing, and the drafting hose, in case we have to draft out a pool or a pond or a large stock tank. And in the cab we have a hay tub. We'll sometimes put out alfalfa to try to direct horses through openings to get them off of highways or to move stock through fences. And it comes in really handy. If we have a passenger in this vehicle, then at that point we'll move the hay back to the truck bed. And of course, on every rig we have a fire extinguisher.